And we're back. Bruh. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. What's up, gang? You know you like this one. Everyone likes this one. If you don't, get the fuck out of my face. That's right, we're back, baby, with season 2 of Height Drop right now, and I got too much gain on this microphone right now. Let me turn it down a notch. You lied to me. Oh man, I just want to listen to the whole song, to be fair. It's just too good. We got to take it down. We're going to get copyright infringement now. Come on. Oh my God. All right. Here we are, guys. Welcome back. It's season 2. We're going to go ahead and call it a season of podcasts now, because I'm going to take January off. Thank you guys for coming back and joining me here. Just fucking Return of the Mack, though, right? Okay, I got to take it down so I can hear myself. Back to run the show. That's like appropriate lyric for right now. So check this out. It's season 2. We did a hibernation in January. I think I'm going to keep a hibernation going in January. It's a good time to just take a breath, chill, reassess, do some of the reorienting that you should always be doing in your lives, right? And so that's what I did throughout January. We did put out, and that's what bears do, dude. Bears are fucking huge. And they're vicious animals, but they're cute too. So they get the full spectrum there. That's what you like about a bear. And we want to be like bears. So we're going to hibernate in January. Until further notice, we're going to take January off. But we're happy to be back. I'm stoked. And let's see here. We put out one episode, a bonus episode with Shine CEO Dave Brown, which was a pretty cool opportunity to hear their story and for them to want to tell it on Height Drop of all places. Super psyched on that one. I know it's not maybe your domain, but I think it was a really cool episode. Lots of good advice in there for young creative people, young entrepreneurs, whatever. I certainly was stoked on that connection with Dave Brown. And I put up another clip as well. If you want to check out the clip, there's on the YouTube channel there, a little bit of kind of the highlight 10 minutes that I thought was maybe the best part. So thank you guys at Shine. And tomorrow, actually, when this comes out, it's going to be Shine Day. So if you're in the Denver area or one of their participating cities, then you might get in on that gold. You know what I'm saying? And that is what's happening. What else did we do? Oh, yeah. We also put out Year of the Burn. I put out a video on the Height Drop channel, the compilation from my 2018 Instagram, basically, and a bunch of unseen footage as well. Really fun editing that one. You guys might have seen it. If you haven't, I hope you'll check it out. I had a weird music, I would say, in a fun way. It was burner music, basically a live set that I listened to was at Burning Man that I really liked, and then came across it and I was like, I'm going to try to edit a fucking compilation to this song. And it was difficult, actually, because house music like that is not meant for it doesn't consolidate into a video. I had to chop up the song more than I had to chop up the video clips, but it was really fun. I hope you guys dug the edit. I got some good feedback on it. Lots of little animals in there. So that's kind of what's been happening in our hibernation time. We left off last season. It was a beast. It was super fun. First season, I would say. And man, oh man, now I got some big news for you guys now. We're making lots of big changes. We're doing things like never before, we got in our feelings a little bit towards the end of the season. And, when I started out with this, okay, I was injured and stuff. I've always enjoyed, doing the podcast anyways, but I was like, all right, I'm going to help. I know this is going to be helpful for me trying to find my voice. Just put myself out there, challenge myself to do something, especially since in my movement practice, I was facing some injuries. I wasn't able to grow in that domain the way that I was doing. I was using, I'm all about that growing and things. And that's going to be a little theme for today, I guess. We're going to do a little bit of a short one. This is going to be like a fast blast episode, and then I'll set you guys up for next episode. And you know, with these solo ones, when I don't have a guest, I don't want to take up too much of your time. So, where was that? You know, when I set out to find my voice a little bit, you know, I got more than I maybe even bargained for with this podcast. Just so you guys are aware, like I really did seek out, and I started to realize, you know, when I was talking and putting myself in these positions where I have to talk a lot and try to like source, you know, my truth or whatever, you know, I'm not trying to sound all too hippie, but hippie now. And, you know, and as I started to find this and as I started to do this, I actually really recommend you do a podcast because it can really help you sort things out in some ways. Like I sorted out and I started to hear that inner voices. Crazy person. I mean, I'm talking in my living room and to you guys, but the ability to tap into that and to like really feel into what things were coming through. I started to realize that, you know, there's parts of me that were lying to myself. There was parts of me that were fearful or scared. And, you know, we talked about some of that on the podcast. We also discussed, the uncertainty and stuff I was facing. And basically I wound into this position where I started to realize like what I really was doing and being honest with myself again. And that reorienting, like that, you know, I'm looking at and following my instincts now more and starting to tap into that. And I realized that things were not going in the direction that I really wanted them to. I wasn't really making the sacrifices I wanted to and pursuing the dreams that I really wanted to. And with that said, I'm announcing, I guess, for the first time here publicly that, you know, I decided to resign from my positions at Apex and ParkourEDU. I am no longer affiliated with those guys, you know, directly, at least. Like, much love to both of those organizations and everyone that supported them and me, especially. You know, if you guys are part of that family, you know, much love, wishing everyone the best. You know, we're going in different directions, and I had to like really be honest with myself and realize that, you know, I had different values. I wanted to do things in a way that is unique to me. And it's not easy, you know, to leave. And like, just like the podcast became like this area for growth, right? I'm looking for that area. I realized that, you know, I've become somewhat comfortable and I wanted to grow. And there was something I needed to do was to send, baby. I had to send it out, and I had to realize that, you know, I've got to take full. The growth is out there still. Always, it's out there, right? It's not. It's in the unknown, and I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had with those organizations and everyone involved. And once again, I cannot say it enough. It's been an amazing chapter in my life, but here we are with a new chapter. So we're doing things differently, and yeah, I don't know. I guess like that's what I was gonna announce with you guys. It's like, it's fucking crazy. You know, you start out with a podcast, and then all of a sudden you find out like more about yourself than you even bargained for sometimes, which is amazing. Like, that's partly why this is such a cool challenge for me. And much love to everyone that listens. I don't even know like what I would do without. I mean, it just helps so much to get some feedback sometimes from you guys. So I appreciate that. But yeah, it's crazy. We've followed the instinct out, and I feel really good about it. It's definitely difficult. It was really difficult to leave, you know, a thing that I was part of for so long, and really follow that dream and follow my own instincts and my own desires. It's amazing though. I feel really good. Like, this is like this thing, like growing, like we were talking about growing up and becoming like the more adult, you know, people like to, sometimes there's this weird negative connotation with it, or you feel like growing up it's so strange, because when you're a kid, you're like, oh, I want to grow up so I can do whatever the fuck I want. Then as you're growing up, you're like, I just want to be a kid. But you had the right instincts in the beginning. You know, you get to do what you want. If you really embrace that, take on the responsibility, grow up. First of all, what the fuck is wrong with both of those things? There's like this grow. That's good. Who doesn't like to grow? And going up is good as opposed to going down. I mean, we all like going down. It's, I don't know what it is, but there's like resistance there. there's resistance there, and you can sometimes you can build up those comfort zones, those walls, and you can avoid that growth and avoid the growing up part because it's uncomfortable. But I'm telling you that on the other side of that discomfort is, you've heard it 1,000 times, but it is absolutely more fun. It's more legit to be a grown person. Like, I'm like stoked that I'm becoming more of an adult in so many ways. I'm like stoked that I'm getting growth, and I'm still using the word stoked, so I couldn't be that mature, but that's like, none of that shit goes away. That's the other thing, is people think that the fun part of their lives are going to go away, but I disagree. I think it's actually more fun. You take more responsibility. You get to do more of what you want because you're taking on and understanding and accepting like the full sacrifices, the full, if you take the honest look, ask the hard questions, follow the gut and follow your heart, whatever instincts. These are the things that are going to give you that freedom, that sense of individuality and actually owning your life. You know, you heard it a million times. We've been talking about it on the podcast, and talk is cheap. You know, doing it is the harder part for sure. And I'm happy to say that I've been making a lot of moves in that direction of doing. I had to almost talk myself into it partly. You know, that's part of the growth too, is you have to get your thoughts and ideas in order. But that's a fun time, and I'm stoked for the future. We're doing a lot of cool stuff. You know, don't be afraid of being a grown-up. What the fuck is wrong with being a grown-up? Think about it. You're grown, son. Who doesn't want to be grown? You know, you still suck on your mommy's titties? I don't think so. It's not a good look. Remember that Game of Thrones? Remember that episode of Game of Thrones, like that 17-year-old kid, or like whatever, this creepy like 12-year-old kid still breastfeeding? That's not a good look, right? No one wants to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy in life either. And maybe you're done with your mom's titties, or you're not scared of the dark, you don't suck your thumb, whatever, but you grew up and it was uncomfortable, and that never stops. That's all I'm saying. You just got to keep growing and keep following that instinct to grow, and you'll have a lot more fun. I see myself, you know, I see back just avoiding some of that stuff for a little while. You know, that's all I'm trying to share with you guys, because it happens to everybody, happens to the best of us. So if you guys can take something from that, muy bien. And you get to take on more. You get to give more when you take on more. And it's just like more. It's just more. Up, baby. More shit. It feels better. You get to take, you know, you get to experience more. It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm spouting off about it, but I just am excited. I feel like I've had some breakthroughs, and I'm feeling like I'm on that personal growth path more than ever, after taking some serious action. So much love to everyone that has been a part of this journey up until this point. We're getting fire for the next journey here, next chapter. We're doing so much. I got a lot of ideas, but we're going to just go ahead and wait to announce some of those, because like I said, talk's cheap, baby. I just want to just show you guys what's going down. And that's pretty much it. You know, that's all I really had to say. We got Deshae coming on for our next episode. I recorded that one already. Deshae Jenkins. That was a really fun one. Definitely not for the inexplicit, or not for immature listeners. I have explicit fucking tag on all my podcasts, and like a 12-year-old kid came up to me. He's like, I really like your podcast. I was like, shit. He's probably listening right now. I hope your parents understand that I am no role model. I'm just trying to get just a little bit of help for you guys if you can. But you know, that's another thing. It's like the ultimate learning. You can't learn anything from me. You have to teach yourself everything that you learn, as far as I'm concerned, you know? If you guys can get something out of what I'm saying, it's because you're doing the work. It's not because I'm fucking doing anything, you know? Like, if you really learn something, it's because you did it. And that's, again, part of this, you know, understanding and like really giving yourself the honest look, answering the hard questions. It's important to do that because, like I said, it's not a great look. It's not a good look for your life if you look back and you realize that you didn't follow that, you know? So I'm encouraging all you guys to really do that. On the other side of it is the beauty and bounty of life and the world here. So enough of that. Real quick, I want to show you guys my I just ate shit on my bike earlier today, so you guys on the YouTube channel are gonna look at this raspberry on my ass. Check it out. Look at that. That is oh, I lost my headphone. That was not painful though, because I did a sick breakfall slide. I was like sliding on the ground. Though it was super windy today in Boulder, and I fucking aired off a jump and the wind just took my bike sideways. This bike, beautiful bike by the way, the dirt jumper, the BMX, they're back in studio. It's looking fresh in here. Yeah, man, things are good. So that's pretty much it. Look out for Deshae Jenkins. It's a new episode. The next one is dropping this week. We're just gonna keep dropping that fire, you know. And I'm excited. I got some things in the works. I'm going to be working with some new people, and you know, still doing my damn thing, you know. And everyone that's listening, check this out. Look at when you're growing up. Remember when your little league soccer, and it was halftime, and you get oranges, half slices of oranges and Capri Sun on the fucking halftime on the soccer field. You don't have to wait for halftime anymore. You just do that shit, you know? I'm making halftime right now, except it's just end time. I'm going to go out on this orange slice game while you guys listen to the rest of this song here. So, much love. What can I say? It's been a beautiful, beautiful start to this year. And I will see you guys next week with more guests, more action. Get at me. Let me know who you want to see. Let's do this. Peace.